So, good morning. It's Wednesday and it's 5:30 a.m. Today I'm off to the Philippine Embassy in London, where I'm going to be applying for my 2-month visa for when I go back shortly. So come with me on the journey. We've got a taxi ride in half an hour's time, and then a 6-hour journey on the coach or bus to London itself. So a long day because I'm coming back the same day. So 12 hours in total travelling, as well as the time in London. So come with me. So here I am at Plymouth bus station, bus terminal, whatever you want to call it. Deserted at this time of night or time of morning. I was present, about 10 people here, but it'll get busier soon. So got to sit and wait for a little while because the bus isn't for half an hour yet. On the outskirts of outside the Victoria bus station. So yeah, now I'm going to find my way to the tube station and get across to the embassy.
You know what I'd really like to find right now? And that's a toilet. What makes you think I'm in London? Yeah, so I'm going to try and find a toilet here somewhere.
Service to Sutton via Norbury.
I don't know what the hell that is.
The next train to depart from platform 15 will be the 3060
So I've seen the signs that say underground at last.
Via Hove and Eastbourne via Lewis. Calling at Clapham
And I found a
Junction,
toilet,
East
so
Croydon,
I can walk quickly
Gatwick
again now.
Airport
Hey?
and Haywards Heath.
So the first thing I'm going to do is buy an underground ticket. I'm going to get a day traveller, because it works at about £12.70. It's about $15–16, which is about 800 pesos, I suppose, something like that. So this will be fun. Okay, so I've got my ticket. I've got an all-day travel one. £1 dearer than they said online, but there you go. So I'm going to go through these barriers, and then I'm going down to the Victoria line for my first part of my short journey.
So here I am in one of London's quite famous locations. Got through the tubes. Apparently this is Piccadilly Circus, but it's only about a few minutes walk to the embassy, so it says. So I shall find out with the Google Maps in a minute. You can see Eros behind me, the famous statue. So let's show you some more.
Cinemas in this area as well, so well, after a short walk I'm trying to work out which way the sat nav wanted me to go with the Google Maps. I think I'm just about there. There's this street up on the left here says Suffolk Place, which is where the Philippine embassy is. I came in from a different direction last time, so I walked, so what confused me a bit is that I came by the tube train, so it took me obviously to Piccadilly Circus. So let's get around this corner and see exactly where we are. Okay, so I'm going to walk in a road because the pavement's too narrow. I don't recognise this bit so far. It's probably because it's a turn left here, from what I remember. And yes, indeed, here I am at the embassy. Obviously I'm not able to film inside, so let's put my application in now.
So that was quite a painless procedure, very helpful. So now it's off to find the Philippine National Bank, which is nearly where I came from earlier. So I'm going to traipse across London, and as you can see, it's raining and it's horrible. Typical UK. So my next task of the day is to try and open a bank account with the Philippine National Bank, which is just about back in Victoria, where I started off this morning. So I've just got off the tubes in Victoria Station. Now I'm going to use the sat nav to try and find it. So yeah, hopefully they're going to be open, and hopefully they will be able to open the account for me today. Okay, so I wanted to find somewhere to eat in London for lunch. It's a bit late, it's about 2:30, 3 o'clock. But I've come all the way back out to Earl's Court on the sort of outskirts of the west of London. And I think I've found the place that I'm looking for. There is heaven after all.
And there it is. So let's see if it's the same as the Philippines. It's the only one in London, if not the only one in the UK. So let's give it a try. Looks similar, but one big thing, there's no rice, just fries. Oh my god, no rice. How do the Filipinos here survive? So now walking down one of the most famous areas of London, in Westminster. So walking towards Downing Street. So it's still raining. All it seems to have done in the last 6 weeks is rain and rain and rain. So, but yeah, so this is all, like it says there, cabinet war rooms, part of the War Museum. And then in front we've got the cenotaph, which is where the Queen and members of the royal family and Parliament pay tribute to all those that died in the last the main world wars and other wars. I'll take a little detour down that way. So most of the reeds have gone now because of course it's done in November, closest Sunday to November 11th. So it's all like Whitehall. All the government offices and civil service are based here. yeah, there's the senator tough. There's the actual entrance to Downing Street. So very heavily protected, as you can imagine. So yeah, you just see some of it. There's no way I'd ever get any closer than this. So yeah, don't film too much either because they make the police guys nervous, I expect. So another famous place I'm going to now, which is the Horse Guards Parade, where the Household Cavalry and Queen etc. do their big parade every year around the Queen's birthday. Usually I think it's June, if I remember correctly. So normally there's guys on duty, but just for display purposes with horses etc. But I think they finish sort of mid-afternoon, and it's now approaching 5 p.m. So yeah, you might have seen this on the TV. You can see with all the horses parading around, etc. So I'm assuming, I can't remember where the Queen sits. It must be around here somewhere. Just a view looking back, and on the distance you can see the London Ferris wheel. So I'm now going to walk up to the end of the Mall, which is where it's always closed for any state occasion. And you get the procession of the Horse Guards and the Queen, etc. This is where she comes down from Buckingham Palace, which is at the other end of this. Now, this is also the corner, I believe, that somebody decided to take a pot shot at the Queen many years ago. I can't remember exactly when. It must be getting on for like 25, 30 years ago now. Slightly deranged guy, but I don't even think it was a real gun. Yeah, so now this is the Mall. Crossing the road, as you can see, Buckingham Palace right in the distance. So this is always closed, as I said. So just got across before I got run over. So I'm now walking up to these famous arches, and you'll see very shortly where I'm going to be. Okay, so that's the famous arches I'm just at now. I'm going to take a shortcut through here, and very shortly you will see where we are. So if you haven't guessed it by now, we're just approaching Trafalgar Square. And there it is. Let's just take a walk across. And it's green, just. One big pussycat. So I'm going to take a walk up now. towards Chinatown and the West End, Leicester Square, etc. and see what there is on offer to sit down and have a beer and maybe something else to eat, because there's nothing else to do at this time of day.